So now I'll start the recording. Jenny, have you ever used Zoom before?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay. So you're 2 steps ahead of me.
Well, not as a moderator. I've participated in Zoom meetings before.
Okay, so then everybody's a little familiar. I thought I would just point out a few of the attributes and then we could get started. Most of the things you'll notice are on the bottom part of the screen, and you'll see the microphone. Does everybody see that where it says mute? So you can so probably when you're not talking, just in case there's any background noise, go ahead and hit that mute button. Perfect. I can see everybody's muted. This is it's kind of cool being the host. I get to see things that I might not normally see. And I'm assuming everybody's using headsets. You can double check that. Actually, let's unmute for a second so I just hear everybody say that they're using headsets.
Sure, yes. I'm on a wireless headset.
Okay.
I'm actually not today because so this is a travel week for me. I'm actually on vacation this week, so I'm at somebody else's house.
Oh, okay. All right.
If it causes a problem, I'll chat.
Okay, well, if it causes a problem, we'll just mute for the moment. Just mute, and that should be fine.
Yeah, the only issue that happens sometimes is that then you get interference because that voice is coming and going, and you might hear an echo.
Okay, well, we'll do the best. We can do the best. Okay, so Jenny, if we need you, yeah, that would be great. I think that would be great. If you can use the headphones, that would be great. I know I just have the simple iPhone headphones, and they work wonderfully. So anyhow, so then down at the bottom, again, next to that mute button, there's something, there's a little up arrow, and that just shows you which microphone you're using and which speakers you're using, and then any kind of computer audio options. I'm going to move for a second to chat, which I saw Jenny had. So as we're going through this, if you have any question, go ahead and just put a comment into chat. So I just stopped my video for a second just to that. So that's a toggle, like the mute is a toggle. The up hand arrow next to the video, there are some video settings, and the one little fun one that Jocelyn showed me yesterday, if you're under video, if you click on that up arrow and you go to video settings, and you have the video camera highlighted, which is the third from the left on the top, just click on the enable mirror effect and the disable, and show ways that you are viewed. Oh, and of course, I just locked up. So let me see why I just locked up. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that's just a cute little thing to see how you look frontwards and backwards to people. As I said, right now we're recording the session. If you go to general, there are a couple of options in terms of the size of the screen. So you can play with that for a minute if you need anything. And these are basically all the general settings. There's the audio settings. You can test your speaker. We already know everybody's audio is working, so we don't have to do anything with that. If there's any kind of questions or comments or ideas, you can put that in the feedback screen. And then the record button, we are recording. So that's on, and this just kind of shows the record, and then the statistics show overall statistics, bandwidth we're using, and record statistics. So that's pretty much it for the video settings. As you see with the invite, we could invite other participants if we wanted to. The next screen, the manage participants, let's just go there for a second. And you should see, oh, there you go. Actually, let's unmute for a second.
Okay.
We can all unmute for a second. So Jenny and Elizabeth. So basically, you see that's how you mute or you unmute. And there is now. Do you all have that more option?
No. Only
Oh,
the
just
host.
me? Okay, only
Just
I
you, the
have.
host. And for
Okay.
us, it will be called participants instead of managed participants because we cannot
Oh,
manage them.
okay.
But as the host, then yes, you can manage participants in terms of muting a student if they're being, if they have background noise or anything like that.
I see. Okay. So the two features that we're going to use a lot today are the share screen and the chat. And the share screen allows you to share your computer screen with us. And so I thought for the activity where you kind of share something that you used online, we would use that. And for the chat, I thought what we would do for the 3 truths and a lie is practice by using that chat button, the chat screen. So first, before we move on to the 3 truths and a lie, are there any questions so far about anything? Actually, go ahead and go unmute for a second and just tell me a couple of things that you notice that are different between this and the Blackboard Collaborate.
Any order? Sometimes I'm used to the cameras being on.
Right, right. So, okay, thank you. So, Jenny, what's a difference that you notice between Zoom and Blackboard Collaborate?
On Blackboard, I can see that I can raise my hand here if I go under participants. But I don't have the yes, no, maybe sort of response. That's kind of nice on Blackboard. Like when you asked right now, are there any questions, I would have gone to no, but I don't have that option, so I would have had to chat it.
Right, that's exactly, good point. So we don't have the polling option. And Jocelyn, what did you mention? Is that polling option going to happen, or is there just shareware that could be used for the polling option?
So the polling option, they now have it in what they call the webinar Zooms. So those are Zoom rooms that are for 100 people or more, up to 3,000. They don't have it for this version. This version takes up to 25 participants. And of course, since we're limiting the classes at 15, this is more than enough. But I'm trying to work with Zoom to make that feature available here as well. In the meantime, what I do, and when I share, I'll share with you something that I use.
Okay, all right, great. And Elizabeth, what's one thing that you notice that we don't have on Zoom that there was or is on Blackboard Collaborate? And if you don't see anything, you can unmute your microphone.
Sometimes I have problems hearing. It's like it's a little bit delay, like a couple.
Oh, I see.
Okay, but what I miss, and I don't know if maybe it's I did not find it, is the option that we had in the video conferencing in Blackboard that we could draw or we could write, like the pencil and sharing another whiteboard. I think it's more interactive in the other case, but this is much more simple. It might be that it has a different use, much more for conference than for teaching. I'm not sure about that, but they use also for teaching.
Okay, well, Jocelyn, that's actually a good segue for you. Do you want to mention, because you had told me yesterday that they just added the whiteboard feature.
Yes, so here it is. So I've started sharing it, and you can sort of decide when you start sharing it. So unlike Blackboard, that it's by default, you can turn it on when you need it. And the idea is that we usually keep our cameras on and concentrate on looking at each other or speaking. But that if we are doing a writing activity, then we can. And then now, do you all see that you can annotate?
Let's see.
So for example, I'm going to draw. And I'm going to write my name. And
okay, yes. So if you see at the top where it says you are viewing Jocelyn Castaño's screen. Do you see, Jocelyn, did I pronounce your last name right?
Yep, perfect.
Okay. There's a button next to it that says options, and under options it says annotate.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I see, but how do you get to this whiteboard.
Yes, that's right. So in other words, so you can choose what you want if you want to draw an object, and you can choose a color. So Jocelyn chose blue. Maybe Elizabeth, can you look at the color and choose orange? And Jenny, if you could choose green. And I will choose pink. So let's just do something. Each of us will do one thing on the whiteboard in that color. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. Oh, and you can close, if you have the Zoom chat open, you could close that, and then you have more of the whiteboard. Oh, I like that writing. That's good. Let's see. Oh no, I'm on circle now. Let's practice. Let's try to, is that just the line?
You have different shapes.
Wait, so how do you do it if you want to,
If you click on draw, you'll see a pull-down menu of different things.
okay.
Circles, X's.
Oh, I see. So this is how you would do it.
And then what I see Elizabeth used was the arrow next to draw, which is when you just choose your arrow. So that you could use if you're sharing a group of pictures and you're saying, okay, find a dog.
Right.
And click on dog. Because this writing that I'm doing here on the whiteboard doesn't have to be necessarily on the whiteboard. It can be on a website. It can be on a PowerPoint. It can be on anything.
Okay.
And then a feature that's a little bit different than just drawing on things is something called request control, where I could give you control and then you can actually manage my computer, click on the websites and things like that. So it's a little bit different.
Okay, so let's exit the whiteboard. But anyhow, so that's a new feature that we'll get to work on as we start using this for teaching classes. So next thing we were going to do, oh, Jenny, yes, I see you raised your
I
question.
wanted to see if that worked, yeah. I noticed with the Blackboard we can't type like we could the other day. You can only write with the cursor. We couldn't. Is that correct, or?
Jocelyn, it looks like there isn't a keyboard feature, is there? Hold on.
Something like, let me stop sharing the whiteboard.
Okay.
Oops, let me hide this because I don't want you guys to see my 3 truths and a lie yet.
Yeah.
So if I set share screen and I share, when I click share screen, you'll notice you have a bunch of things if you have a bunch of things open. So you can choose to share just one program or your entire desktop. So I'm going to choose to share Word. And then now you all see my Word document, right?
Yes.
Okay. So do you guys see a request control? Or I can actually give mouse control.
Yes.
So let me give mouse control to Jenny. And Jenny,
Okay, so Jenny, Jenny and Elizabeth, just so you know, these are all under that options arrow where we went for annotate. So there's remote control, original size, full screen, etc.
Great, so that's Jenny typing. And you see Jenny's controlling your screen up at the top.
No.
And I just gave it back, that's why.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And how did you switch the control around?
So I said,
I
said
see.
give control, yep.
I got it. So if I click on request remote control,
Mm-hmm.
and
I see that Maxine, and then I'll approve, and then Maxine, now you can type.
click to start the remote control. Okay, now nothing is, oh, here we go, okay.
There, you can type now. So this will work well if you want to share an essay and have people edit it and discuss live.
Okay. So then I would then give up remote control.
Mm-hmm.
And
or as the host, you can always take it away from people.
oh, okay, right, that's right. And Elizabeth, just want to check in. You have your hand raised. Do you have a question?
Yes. It was just to know how Jocelyn got to the initial whiteboard, not this document in the sharing screen, but the initial one that we started to write.
Okay, so when I clicked share, one of my options is to share a whiteboard. And I clicked on whiteboard.
You will have that once you are actually teaching. You
Yeah,
don't have.
let me stop.
Oh, I
Actually,
see.
no, she does. You do have it. So
Oh,
if you
okay.
say share now, go ahead and say share, Elizabeth. When you click share, do you see a bunch of options that come up? You can choose to share whiteboard, or you can choose to share any
Uh,
of these softwares that
I've
you
got
have.
desktop, Microsoft, and iPhone, iPad. I have
Also,
three
you don't see
options. Share
whiteboard.
And
computers now? No.
right. And
If
I
you don't
don't
see
see
whiteboard,
whiteboard. I don't see whiteboard either.
that means that you are not on the latest version.
Mm.
So I'll put the link in the chat on where you go and you download the latest version, the July version, because that's just when they released it.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, it's literally hot off the press, Elizabeth. They just introduced it yesterday. So that's why we don't have it yet. Okay, let's try to move on here to our 3 truths and a lie. And Jocelyn, you wrote it in Word.
Yes.
Okay, do we?
But I can certainly put it in the chat. You wanted us to practice the chat so I can?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's just practice the chat. So we're going to stop share. Oh, okay. So let's open up the chat window, and Jocelyn, it'll take a minute, but go ahead and type in your 4 truths and your 3 truths and a lie.
And by the way, let me, before I forget, because the other thing that Zoom does at the end, you can save the entire chat. So if you wanted to send it to your students, you can do that.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and put that link. That's the link where you go and download the latest version. So when you do that later, make sure you get the July 10th version. Okay. And then here are, let me copy my 3 truths and a lie. Ta-da!
Okay. So let's see. Elizabeth, do you want to guess first which you think is the lie? Oh, you know what we could do is we could all write down what we think it is.
Okay.
And then we'll see.
And I guess I could have put numbers, and that way you would just type a number.
Oh, this is a good one.
This is the same one you put up earlier in the course, right?
I changed. I changed the few precisely because of that.
Ah, okay. Tricky.
And since
You sound like a superwoman here.
oh, how funny. You all chose one that's true. I taught all grades in the same.
Wow.
It was back in the days of the ESOL traveling teacher. So I had 6 or 7 schools. And I had one group, 2nd, 3rd, 4th graders. I had one group with kindergarten first. I had one group with this. So I taught all of them. No, second guess?
Zumba? I guess we should type that.
No, I just became a Zumba instructor last week.
Oh, well, that's very exciting. Well, then it has to be, right, you don't speak 5 languages.
Nope, so that leaves one.
That's it, the last one. You didn't travel the whole network. Because you've worked for Laureate for a long time, right?
I have 5 years, but you can imagine we have now over 80 institutions in 30 countries.
Wow.
So no way. I wish, no way.
That would be fun. That would be very good for your miles. Okay. Okay, Elizabeth, do you want to go next? So Jocelyn, you can mute, and Elizabeth, you can put your speaker on.
Okay. Oh, this is too easy. No way. You're going to guess this.
Well, we know, I know because you told me, so I'll guess
It's
last.
not me. This is very easy. I'll just give it a try. Okay, we've got a couple of things here. Well, Jenny, I'm sorry, but I love couscous. And yes, Maxine and Jocelyn, you're both right. I have a boy.
Yeah, I had an unfair advantage, Jenny, only because she said that right before you got on the phone. So that was the only reason that I knew that. I would have been in the same boat. Okay, Jenny, your turn.
Here you go.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Huh. Oh, these are good.
These are hard.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry.
I'm going to just guess this one. Even though it seems random. Oops, sorry.
Oh, you all put milk down.
Right.
No, I don't know how to swim the butterfly stroke. I never reached that.
Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. Good one. That was a good one. And where did you learn to speak Quechua?
For my PhD research, I thought I was going to do research in the highlands of Peru, and I lived there for a summer and learned Quechua and danced a lot of salsa and drank a lot of pisco sours and had a great time.
That sounds very fun.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie The Linguists?
I haven't seen that yet. No, I've heard of it.
Yeah, I think you would enjoy it. They don't actually, I'm trying to think if it's Peru or Ecuador, but they have really interesting things about esoteric languages in that part of South America. Yeah, pisco sour, right. I have taught students from Peru, and they're always talking about the pisco sour.
Oh, they're amazing. They're so good.
All right, so here are my 4. Did that work? Enter. There they go. Okay.
Another top group.
No. I guess I picked a good one. I have visited 46 out of 50 states. I haven't been to Alaska, Oregon, North Dakota, or South Dakota, but I've been every other state. So I know it's a big country, but I drove a lot. I took many road trips in my life. But the one that isn't true is I haven't lived in Australia for a year. Both of my daughters happen to be there right now. I do have 2 children, 2 daughters, and they both live in Australia. Well, one finished college in Australia, and the other one is living and working there right now. So it's a fun place to visit. So, okay, actually we're doing pretty well time-wise. So far, so good. Any questions so far? I guess raise your hand if you have any questions. Sydney too. Actually, I went to Sydney and I went to the Great Barrier Reef on a vacation trip with my daughters, which was very, very fun, very beautiful. So, okay, I think Jocelyn, if it's okay, I'll let you go first in terms of your online activities. And we'll go from there. So, is that okay with everyone?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
perfect.
Okay, perfect. So let me put my PowerPoint up. And probably this is something you've done in your face-to-face stuff.
And actually, while you're doing that question, Elizabeth and Jenny, have either of you taught any online courses? You can, yeah,
I
go
taught
ahead. And,
Spanish, but it was a long time ago. And English, I do not recall doing it online. Well, part of the content was online.
okay. Yeah, and I haven't either. I haven't taught anything either. Okay, Jocelyn, you've got the floor.
Perfect. And Jenny, have you taught online?
I've not done 100% online. I've done some blended learning at UIC, and next year I'm going to do some with children, which will be another direction to go. So.
Well, as you probably can tell, this will be an exciting project we're marching into with fully online.
Yeah, we're excited about it.
Great news is we have a lot of students, maybe too many. 639 people have signed up, and their faculty and staff and executives around our network who want to learn English. So we'll be launching 40 sections in September.
That's amazing.
Yes, indeed. So the activity that I wanted to share with you is 20 questions. How many of you have done 20 questions before? Mhm. So perhaps maybe this is a way to adapt it online that I thought of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn to the next slide, and I'm going to let you look first at the rules. So the way we'll play it is you ask yes/no questions, no open questions. You do not repeat a question that a classmate asked, so you have to listen up and see what they ask. And if you want to guess, don't just blurt it out. Make sure you ask me anything. Okay. And can we try doing this unmuted? Can everybody unmute? Let's see if we don't have a lot of background noise. That way we'll be active. And then to help you, I'm going to reveal one of the pictures so that you can see the picture behind. What I'm going to do. Who wants, or how about we go in this order? Maxine, Elizabeth, and Jenny. So Maxine, do you have a question?
First thing, wait, did you reveal one?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. So do I ask before you reveal anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a person?
Yes, it's a person. So Elizabeth?
Is it a male?
Yes, it is a male.
Is he famous?
Yes, he's very famous.
Is he alive?
Yes.
Is he a politician?
Yes.
Is he American?
Yes.
Is he handsome?
No. Not for my taste.
Is he the president of the United States?
No.
Has he recently been in the news?
Yes.
Is he around 50s?
No.
Is he a Republican candidate for president?
Yes, Maxine, I know where you're going, Maxine.
May I guess?
Yes.
No,
Is it
not yet.
Oh!
Let's
Is
keep
it Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Yes,
I was
it is
about
Donald
to say.
Trump himself.
Is he in trouble with immigrants?
I hope so. He went to the Mexico border actually recently to I guess try to appease what he's been saying, but
Okay.
Yeah, he's quite a character. He is quite a character.
quite a character. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
the talk show hosts are having a lot of fun with him.
indeed, they are. I told Gordon, if this man wins, I need a transfer to somewhere else. For lawyer.
Yeah, that's funny.
This is great.
How-
I love the top picture, the top row picture, in which I don't know, this individual has been collapsed with the iteration mark. It's just something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what would be interesting is to see how do you set it up with this picture and the squares over the picture and things like that. Is there software to do that?
Oh no, I just did it in the PowerPoint.
Oh,
Yeah, so why don't I do this? Let me close the PowerPoint. And as a matter of fact, what I thought we could do is, I know that we have to post our link of the recording, but what I thought we could do is also post our activities. So if you have something so that everybody can use it, you could use this template and just change the picture.
that's great.
So let me open up PowerPoint presentation. So here's what I did. Here's the first slide where I just put that, and then here are the rules. And then here's the picture. So what I did is I put a bunch of little images. So I could even select them all and delete them at the same time if I wanted to. If I wanted to do one big video, but you can go little by little. Or you can select what you want and move them all at the same time. So now you see them there in all his glory.
That's great. That's great. What a great idea. Thank you.
And then because we don't have the polling feature, one program that's free, well, there's always like a free version and a paid version. But Wufoo is a link. This link, you could go to this link, and this is where I can set up questions ahead of time. So, for example, if I wanted to take a survey and see if you guys found this activity useful, let's go to chat, and I'm going to put this in the chat, this link. And if you can click there and go there, you'll be able to vote yes, no, not sure. Let's try to do that.
Wait, Jocelyn, can you say that again? Where can you vote? Yes, no, not sure?
I put in the chat a link.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Oh, I see. Okay.
You see, if you click on that link,
Yes.
go ahead and vote, and I'll show you what the results look like.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again.
Oh, so Wufoo. So that's what you were saying. There's like polling options. You could use this add-in.
Yes.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on analytics, and then you see that I have 2 entries. So 2 people have voted. And then it gives you a lot more information. This is really neat if you're doing international groups, because I see that 1 person voted in Arlington, so I have a total of 2 people in the US. And if students were in different countries, you could see the results here tallied in this map.
Okay, that's great.
So maybe not for a yes, no question, but like if you wanted to take a topic, a controversial topic, and have people vote and discuss it. This is kind of the new app.
That's great. Okay, thank you. Who would like to go next?
And that's how it looks. I don't know if I refresh it. Okay, so now we have 3 votes. Pasadena, Arlington, and the US. And the US, I guess one of them didn't come out as a specific city. And you can get your percentages. Okay. So I'll stop sharing and then expect it to come.
Okay, so who's next?
Elizabeth put in the chat that Liam might wake up.
Okay.
Yeah, if it is possible before he wakes up. I'm just
Okay.
processing.
Sure. Go for it. Go for it.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, mine's not so fun, so much fun. It's a little bit boring, but let's see how it goes. Well, considering that I'm very limited with resources at the moment, I just prepared, well, let's see if I can share the screen first. Here we go. Okay, you should be able to see a PowerPoint. Okay, can everybody see that?
Not yet.
Yeah, yes, now I can.
Okay.
Yes, I can see it.
All right. Well, it's linked to my unit, Everyday Life. In the scenario, I chose this unit about activities that students do on their daily basis, one day or during the weekend. So I thought, okay, we could just start a little bit of a warm-up. If I have a video conferencing with them, and I can start with a picture like this, and I can ask the students, well, what do you see here? How is this girl managing her day? So we could have just a little bit of vocabulary check and verbs, actions, daily life, and just this is like a warm-up. Then I have chosen a lesson. Actually, I got this from ESOL courses from the UK, and they have the same unit, and I chose a few activities here. Just for the sake of time, I'm going to be concentrating on a reading activity, but I want to show how it is possible to actually target all language skills at the same time with only one activity. So if I click on this, this link will take us directly to the website. Well, as I say, just for the purpose of this activity, I just chosen something that has already been built. So after we have done the warm-up with the students and check some vocabulary, in this unit we can have, I'll show you just a moment before we go to the activity, other ways of checking vocabulary. Students can also click in the picture and hear it. They can listen to the pronunciation. They also have a...
website, because I think you were only sharing the PowerPoint.
Oh, you cannot see this one?
Yeah.
Then I have to share. Okay, let me go back and I will share the entire screen then, right?
And when you guys get on the full version, there's a button that just says, I want to change what I'm sharing and change something else. Here, I think you have to say, if you're on the old version, you have to say stop sharing, and then share again, and choose your entire desktop, or choose the website if you want.
Okay, so that should be desktop, I guess. Let's see. Okay, can you see now?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the website. Everybody can follow me now? Yes, Jenny?
Yep, I'm good.
Oh, great. So this is the link. I click on it, and after doing the warm-up activity, as I was saying, the students can also do some more revision of the vocabulary by clicking on the pictures. They can hear how you actually pronounce the word. They can have a short quiz. It's just to warm up again. It could be different types of pictures. For example, for activities, students, they can just match the picture with the actual word, and they will get the result. So as I said, this is just as a warm-up very quickly, just to show you how it goes, the poll. And it can also serve to students questions about what they think. Is this fun activity? What do you do? All right, so let's go to my reading activity. It's very short, and it's about actually a Spanish person called Christoph, which is fun. We can also talk about the name of the person here before we go into the activity. And it's about using the present simple tense. Excuse me. So the point is that the students will practice reading and listening by reading aloud the sentences about Christoph, what he does on Saturdays. Just scroll down. So the actual verbs are highlighted in this case. So it's also an excuse to see whether the students understand the meaning of the sentence, linking with the picture to double check they understand. And then they have a short quiz. The quiz, I was thinking about the students reading the question and they all doing a poll. And they will check, let's say, for example, when does Christoph play darts? And they say in the afternoon, okay, they got it wrong. But instead of doing it individually, the students will do a poll and then I will select how many agree with A or B or C, and then I will show the actual answers afterwards. Okay, so after finishing the whole survey, the students will have the chance to actually apply by asking the students the same questions. It's linked to a writing activity, but I'm not going to go into that. So they can practice typing here the verbs, and they have a clue for the first initial of the word, and finally writing a little bit more by putting in order these words. But the whole point of the activity is that the student actually engage in interviewing excuse me, another classmate about their habits and daily routines. They have to select the 2-3 most interesting things they discovered by interviewing their classmates, and they will have to write it down in a chat, for example, the chat area, to see whether everybody got the activity completed. Now, if I want to stop sharing, okay, let's see if I have my PowerPoint. Minimize. All right. And I think that will be it. I was just showing you how we do it, but do you actually want me to do it with you?
I think for the sake of time, that was a great introduction. And Jenny, I saw you ask a question about sharing our ideas, and I think the best way to do that will be, because I will create a discussion post with our recording on it. And so if each of us can add a discussion item that allows us, that shares whatever we used, I think that would be a great way to do it.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm actually playing with the idea, maybe as my parting gift, maybe I can set up some collaborative space where we can all post links together, like on a wiki, or I'm not sure how to figure out what might be the best platform for that. Something that is a lot of, I mean, I know we have new things that we've been introduced to during this class that I didn't know about, but I'm sure you guys know things that haven't had a chance to come up yet. That would be great if we could all kind of throw them together.
I think that's a great idea.
Like the Wufoo, for example.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great idea. Thanks.
And just so you know, Jenny, I think I added the Wufoo one to the wiki. So I don't know if you know.
Okay, great.
Where they have the list.
Okay, great.
That's a great idea because
Okay, well, I think then I could just leave Jenny to go ahead. I will unmute.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. So the activity I came up with, I was pretending like I'm in the middle of a class that's using Viewpoint Level 1, and we're towards the end, and we've just finished the chapter about going places, talking about traveling. And so, let me see if I can share my screen here. Did that work? Let's see. It's slow. I'm sorry. I have a slow connection.
Not yet. Oh, something's coming. Okay,
there we go.
It's coming.
Yeah.
So one of the activities that I read about following links, Nikki, I guess the woman that's part of, who's developed a lot of the information that we've been reading, she has a blog where she talked about an activity called 5 Clicks Away. And so pretending like we just done this in class, this would be the next online session, I might, to get students started talking again, ask them to go to this link. I'd have to put it in the chat, I guess, because you guys can't click on this, can you? So in order to go to chat, I have to stop sharing. Is that right?
No, you don't. If you go up to the top, you see something that says options. Click on options.
You know, I have the old, I see in chat more. Got it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've just sent you guys a link to Lonely Planet's website. That's kind of what I came up with for now. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to start from that link and click 5 times. So you can go in any direction you want. And whatever page you come to, I want you to stop after 5 clicks. And then come back to the group and describe why you would want to go to that destination, that place, that hotel, that wherever it is that you took yourself. Okay? Is that clear?
You mean we have to click on the actual link?
So click on the link, and once you get to that website, you're allowed to click 5 more times, exactly 5 times, to follow other links. And wherever you end up after 5 clicks, whatever destination, whatever country or activity you end up in, I want you to come back and then tell us about that place, why you picked that place. So in theory, if I were doing this in class, we'd be working on adjectives that end in ed, such as, I'm thrilled about the chance to explore Egypt, or adjectives that end in ing, like Italy has amazing pizza. So that would be what I would be kind of reworking. But does everybody understand?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Should we share the picture, Jenny?
If you would like to do a screen clip and share it, that would be great. I'll stop sharing, I guess, so that you guys can access that. Or if you just want to describe it, that would be fine too.
I got a tough one.
So raise your hand, I guess, when you're ready. I don't know, can I see people's hand raised? Because I'm not actually
Yeah, you do.
moderator right now. Okay.
How do I raise, and Jocelyn, how do I raise my hand?
Can you not? Under participant? Well, I have the old version, so.
Yeah, no, because I'm the host. I'm not sure. I don't see how to raise my hand.
No, if you're the host, I don't think you can. because-
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you what, if you're ready, I'll let the host go first.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, interestingly, I got lost.
Great.
So as I was doing it, I went to Morocco, and then I went to Casablanca, and on Casablanca, I got sad face and you are lost. So
Interesting.
I didn't make it to Casablanca. So what I was about to do was just type in the search menu Casablanca, which I just did, and it says get inspired, ultimate outdoor activities. So that would be the next place I would look, is Morocco's ultimate outdoor activities. And this shows camel trekking in Erg Chigaga. So that would have been my 5 clicks.
Excellent. So if I were doing this with a class, I might assign one person to comment on somebody else, for example. I'm not going to do that now because it's going to take too much time, but I was thinking, for example, Jocelyn could have commented on Maxine or asked her a question about that and have a kind of a round robin go with that. Elizabeth, where did you end up?
The same. I'm in Morocco too.
Oh, that's funny. Did you get lost, or did it take you someplace?
Well, actually, I was clicking so many times, and I had the actual full screen, so I couldn't see that I was clicking too many times. So I have to restart, and then the 5th time I got to Morocco again.
Oh,
I
that's
thought
funny.
I thought you did that on purpose, so we all get there.
No, not at all.
What a coincidence, then.
That's funny.
And Jocelyn?
I got to this place, and I don't know, I had never thought of going there, but it looks very exotic, maybe, and exciting. So I was thrilled to go there. But Morocco did look a lot nicer.
You guys all have to come visit me, I think. Come to UIC for a while.
I think the destiny is telling us that.
Yeah.
Yes. Where in Morocco are you, Jenny?
In Casablanca. I'm in Casablanca.
Do you know there's a big English language school there? I don't think it's UIC, but Ricky Martin is the new director.
Oh my God.
An English language school, not a university.
Not a university.
Oh, a K through 12 or an adult education?
No, adult education.
Oh, I don't know. There's a couple. There's British Council, there's Berlitz, there's the American Language Center.
It's the American Language Center. He's actually the director of the American Language Center in Casablanca.
Very interesting. Huh.
So you never know. I might end up getting there.
So anyways, this was one of the...
Sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. I was going to say, this is one of the activities that she had recommended you could also do offline as an asynchronous activity where you ask students to go 5 clicks away and then to post an image of where they ended up and write a description, and then other people could comment on it. But I thought for upper level students as well, especially viewpoint 1, they should be able to scan text pretty quickly and be able to describe where they ended up without needing the extra time. So anyways.
Well, that was great. Thank you. That's a great idea. Any additional questions for Jenny? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
No, just to say that we have something in common. We both live in a place with a White House.
Oh, yes. It's true.
But
I'm in Washington, D.C. right now, so I'm
oh, so
White House is around me too.
but it's fantastic. This website, it looks so beautiful. All the pictures are so wonderful, very good quality, and they're very attractive.
Yeah, thanks for sharing an image too, Jocelyn. It's neater with the image sharing, I think.
Yeah, that was a great idea. Really good idea. All right, so it's my turn. Interestingly, I actually have never taught an online course. I did my master's through Moodle, through using Moodle. But what I thought I would do is share an activity that I've used with my students oh, here's my image. By the way, before I changed places, that was one of the images that I came up on Lonely Planet. Oh no, this was the one. That's the camel trek. But what I was going to share was, this was a video that I had done with one of the activities I've done with students. This is a high intermediate, low advanced class. And so I would have them do research on a celebrity, and they would be like a talk show host. So one person would be the interviewer and one person would be the celebrity. So these two were very funny, so I thought I would share. Sorry, I'm just rewinding it for a second, getting it back to 0. Okay, so I just thought I would share this, and I did think of so I thought of 2 ways that we could do this as an online activity, which would be actually to use video chat. So both of them would have their windows up, they'd kind of face each other, they'd play with facing each other, and they would record it, a 5-minute interview, and then post it and have other people comment on the post and ask questions. So it's kind of a way to have pair work, interactive online pair work. Anyhow, you get the idea. They were allowed to pick the celebrity that they wanted. So
And Maxine,
yes.
who was he supposed to be? We couldn't
Charlie Sheen.
Okay.
Charlie Sheen. So, so he's playing kind of the Charlie Sheen character, and she's the interviewer.
Okay.
And the idea is some of the things that the students do after is they kind of talk about how did it feel to get into the role. And obviously some students were better at the acting part than others. And how did it feel? How did they feel about the research that they had to do? And then the other students can ask them questions about who they are. They stay in the role and they ask each other questions. So that's the basic idea. Does anybody have any questions? Video.
Nope, no questions. I thought that's a great idea. I think if they were able to record it and post it so that students can listen to it later and comment on it.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear it at all. I could barely hear him talking, and I'm not sure how to share audio, I guess, when you share your screen, because I guess your computer was just was playing the audio and then recording itself playing it, and that wasn't coming through very well.
Well, that's a good point, actually, to think about, because I could hear it fine with my headset, but when my headset wasn't on, I couldn't hear it at all.
But did you, Maxine, when you click share screen, and if you guys click share screen, don't go ahead and actually share. But just click share screen to get the window up that comes up.
Oh, okay.
At the bottom, you have to say share computer sound.
Oh, okay. That's really
excellent. Thank you.
Do you want me just, you know what, can I just,
Can you try that?
yeah, let me just put it on for 1 minute and let's try that and see if it's better. Oops.
And also, when you're sharing videos, there's another button to optimize the video so that it may not look blurry, so that it looks perfect.
Yes.
If people do it like full screen, it doesn't get distorted.
Okay, wait, I didn't optimize the screen.
And that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay, let's just see how the audio sounds now.
No, I don't know if it's because it's is it all the way up? Can you make the video louder? And
Yeah, we're not hearing anything.
no. And can you click on settings and see if on your microphone? Well, is your headset connected to the computer? And do you hear it?
Two girls in the same room.
There we go.
That's better. Because on your settings, you can also make your mic louder.
Sure.
Actually, I had to remove my audio for that to happen. So that's good to know. I mean, that's all like good learning things. But in order for other people, oopsie, I forgot to turn it off. In order for other people to hear it, you have to not have it attached, not have the external audio attached.
I don't know if that's
So,
let me try something.
okay. Yeah, go ahead.
And you have a school code, please watch the Getting Started video for teachers.
So how did you do that? Because that was perfect.
Okay. I don't know. I just did the same thing. Share screen and then with audio.
So I think what might be important is it may be because the students didn't do it with internal mics.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that would be a part of it.
Yeah, they were hard for the mic.
Yeah. So they would have to use internal mics and they would have to test it. I mean, so it's also a little bit of playing with the technology and making sure that it works. But the idea of kind of finding ways to use video chat for two people to create an online video session might be an interesting idea. Elizabeth, you raised your hand.
Yes, I just wanted to comment on the activity. I love using videos that are self-made by students and then have the other ones analyze and critique. Maybe because of the effective communication class, I'm so used to do that. I was thinking to do it online. You mentioned something about the students recording themselves and then using it. Can you repeat that again? How would you do it?
Yes, so my thought, and it's an experiment because I don't know exactly, but the way video chat works where you can record the session, so the two students would be on together and they would be recording their session so that it would be available at a later date to the whole class and to themselves.
I see. Could they also use another tool, maybe, I don't know, Skype, and then record the session and post it, or that would not be really, well, it would be synchronous for the recording?
I was just looking that up while we were talking. Skype doesn't have a built-in record function, so you'd have to download a separate application to record.
Yeah, and you can, like any screen sharing, like Zing or Snagit can be used for that, and any screen casting software, I guess. But also what I do is create rooms. So another thing that's a little bit different about Zoom and Blackboard Collaborate is that Zoom does not have breakout rooms. So I was sharing with Maxine that what I would normally do is create other, like we gave you a link this time to come to this meeting. Normally I use my customized link. So you always go to laur.cc/jcastaños for all my meetings. But I would create another one called Room 1, Room 2, Room 3, and send 3 students, let's say, to each one of those and record those and provide me those recordings.
That's right, because in Skype you can only record very short videos, but it will be just one person and it will be really chaotic sending videos back and forth. That's very good. Thank you.
Yeah, and what we do is we create accounts usually for our teachers, and then we have a paid account where you can do those. So you can see here, this is the room that I always use, and then I have a room 1, room 2, room 3. Kind of, Jenny, like we did with the standardized setting. So we split you guys into groups.
Yeah, and that worked pretty well.
Well, that was great. There's a lot of good ideas here. Any thoughts, questions, comments on the session?
I think we did a great job being the first time you were leading, Maxine. Wonderful job.
Thank you.
It's nice when technology works.
Yes, exactly. It worked for everybody, which is a miracle in and of itself. 4 for 4.
Yeah, and well done, Maxine. This was your first time moderating. Wonderful.
Wonderful job.
Yeah, I thought you spoke very clearly and very slowly, because I forget to do that sometimes, and I think in this sort of a setting for your students you would have to speak in a very measured way, and I thought you did a great job at that.
Thanks. All right, so I guess I'll turn off the recording now and I'll figure out how I post this. I know where I'm saving it to, so then I just have to figure out how I post it. But everybody have a great weekend, and we're in the home stretch here. Yes, actually, yeah, we can put the video on and wave to each other one last time.
Hi, Jenny.
Bye.
Bye.
Great.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.